So we're now up in LA. We're here for a few nights, so 2 full days around Los Angeles, staying on the east side, and we just got public transport round to Griffith Observatory, which gives a great view of the Hollywood sign. So we're at the view of the Hollywood sign. You also get a really nice view out over LA. It's actually quite easy and pretty cheap to get up here. For us it was a $3.50 all-day pass on buses and metro. It's really cheap. They're still recovering from COVID. They gave public transport away free. They've reintroduced it at half price. It's a few buses to get up here, but it's worth it to see the view, I think. This is a view looking out from the Griffith Observatory, away from the Hollywood sign, out over LA. You got a pretty good 360-degree view from the Griffith Observatory. It's in a big park as well, so it's very good for hiking if you want to spend a bit longer here. Just be aware you can't smoke or drink anywhere in the park, which is a rather harsh rule. We're here at the Hollywood Boulevard Walk of the Stars. Lots of stars on the sidewalk for a few blocks at least. Really famous stars like Bill Boyd and Marvin Miller and Ed Sullivan and lots of other people I haven't heard of. There are an awful lot of ones people I've never heard of, but then there's quite a few that I have. Here's a quite famous one, Leslie Nielsen. As you can see, these go on for mile after mile, it seems. Probably not quite literally miles, but it feels like it. We've now headed down to the Brea Tar Pits. It's only $15 per person to get in, so it's not too expensive. It's quite an interesting bit of natural history. In the LA area there were tar pits, which over the last 50,000 years have captured many animals who died there, trapped in the tar, or died there, or washed in there by streams and such like. So there's an awful lot of fossils. It's the best area of Ice Age fossils in the world apparently. And so there's still research going on today, and there's quite an interesting exhibition of the various animals that have lived in the LA area for tens of thousands of years. This exhibition is of the various dire wolf skulls that have been found at La Brea. It's only about a quarter of all of those that have been found here. It's not clear why this was such a popular wolf dying site. It's thought perhaps the wolves followed prey onto the tar pits and then died themselves. But as you can see, this is about 400 skulls in total, and there's 1,600 have been found at La Brea, so you can really see just how many dire wolf skulls have been found in these pits. One of the unique aspects of La Brea is that the tar pits preserved an awful lot of bird skeletons. Skeletons tend not to preserve very well around the world because bird bones are hollow to aid in flight, they're very lightweight. That means that they don't get preserved very well, but in tar pits there's an awful lot of preservation. So it's known what type of birds met their end in the tar pits, one way and another. And it's interesting, there's an awful lot of ancestors of modern birds. You can match them quite closely. So this is one of the tar pits. It's just a little mock-up of a mammoth family, a female mammoth in the water, while a male and juvenile look on. But perhaps of more interest, this is the actual tar pits. So quite a long way down, there's an oil field below here, and what you're seeing here is bubbles of methane from marine life trapped and decomposing and such like. This is the tar asphalt, just the lowest grade of hydrocarbon left, and that's where all the things, all the fossils we're just looking at came from, pools like this. It's quite interesting just seeing it naturally bubbling up. So today we've come down to Santa Monica Beach. We're going to walk from Santa Monica Beach down towards Venice Beach and then go back. I was going to drive today, but we actually ended up coming down on public transport, which takes forever. Dirt cheap, but it's really slow. So here you can see Santa Monica Beach, or you could if they hadn't decided to put a huge great car lot right on top of it. I mean, why not ruin a beach? This is a view looking out in the direction of Venice Beach from Santa Monica Pier. Pier has the normal sort of things you'd expect on a pier. Fun fair, various sort of food stalls and things, nothing particularly special. Here on the pier there's quite a bit made about this place being the end of the iconic Route 66. Though interestingly the Trans-America Highway doesn't run anywhere near here, it runs out to the east of here. There's a few different routes to the Trans-America Highway. Not that we're following the Trans-America Highway, but obviously you keep running into it every now and again. Coming down here, just on the beach, just off Santa Monica Pier, there in the background. Sand down here is really nice. There's no stones, it's all just nice soft sand. Personally, I prefer white sand, sort of stuff you get around Mombasa Beach, but as sand goes, it's fine. The beach goes on for a very long way. It's interesting that they've put a huge amount of trash cans about every 10 to 15 metres. It really does look pretty ugly. Still, I suppose it's better than trash everywhere. But it's a shame that there's really not much sense of beauty here. You know, car parks on the beach. Anyway, here's the lifeguards post. And a few more trash cans on the beach. And cones. I don't know what they do. Think about the lifeguard, I guess. Just down at the water's edge now. It really is a nice coastline because it's quite shallow decline, so very easy to go out and wade, paddle, swim, whatever you feel like. It looks nice. I'm not really going to bother with that sort of stuff today. There'll be plenty of time for that on less crowded beaches on this trip. The area along Santa Monica Beach all the way down to Venice Beach, it's all quite nice. There's not really a whole lot to do. There's several volleyball courts, but they're all empty, no one playing on them. It's just been a case of wandering down the beach so far, which is nice, but not the most thrilling of days. So we've now got down to the Venice Beach boardwalk. It's not quite Baywatch 1990s, but it's a bit more life here, a few things to do and things to eat if you're so inclined. You see some vegan tacos and there's churros about. I think that's about the limit of the vegan fare I've seen so far.